Hello. Thank you so much for joining us today. Welcome to Gifts of Life Michigan's self-care series. My name is Shalonda Griffin, and I am a community relations coordinator here at Gifts of Life. We live in a very, very stressful world, and we deal with so many different things. There's work, there's school, maybe you're a caregiver, maybe you're a new parent. We're still living in a pandemic or a panorama, as I sometimes like to refer to it. But no matter what it is, it's a lot. And in the midst of all those things, we sometimes forget to take care of ourselves. And that's why we started this self-care series. It's to encourage you to take some time for yourself because you can't pour from an empty cup. Now, while you're watching this today, feel free to share this video with your friends, with your family. Tell us where you're from. Feel free to comment on anything you hear in the chat. Even if you're watching the playback, we still want to hear from you. So I am super excited about my guest today. I am joined by the lovely Pashanta Lockhart. Hi.
Hey.
How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I am wonderful because I get to talk to you today.
Yay, and I get to talk to you.
Yay! So this is going to be mutually beneficial. I love it. So, Pinky, you are the founder of an online well, actually, before we get to that, tell me a little bit about you. Who is Pinky? If you had to describe yourself.
Pinky is the fun-loving, God-fearing educator who recently started a fitness group. How about that?
Can I get a whoop whoop with that? I love it. Okay, so you are the founder of a support group called The Switch Up, and we will get into that in just a little bit. But before you started The Switch Up, you originally did a social media jump rope challenge.
I did.
Tell us a little bit about that.
So I seen the jump rope challenge on a friend of mine's page, Byron Poindexter, him and his wife. They did a 30-day jump rope challenge, and they were doing 300 jumps a day. Prior to that, though, I had went to TJ Maxx randomly, and I picked up a jump rope. And I said, oh, I'm going to start jump roping. But when I seen their challenge, I was like, oh, I'm supposed to be doing this.
Right.
And like I hesitated. It took me weeks to join. I just kept telling myself, oh, I'm gonna join. And then I seen him at 5 and Below. And he was like, yeah, you should come on and join me. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna join you. And I can't even explain what happened.
Yeah. It blew up because it started with just with you, and then all these other people started joining you. Now, I don't know what your experience was, but I know as a kid, I loved jump rope and I could do it all day, every day. As an adult, it's not the same. The knees are like, girl, what are you doing?
No, it is not. It is definitely not the same. It does not feel the same. The joints are a little crunchy. And, things don't move like you hope they would move for the rest of your life.
Right. So 300 jumps, that's commendable. That's very awesome. So great job with that. And from the jump rope challenge, from there, you started the group called The Switch Up. So tell us about The Switch Up.
So the Switch Up is for the everyday person. It's not for people who are fitness gurus who have it down. That it's not for them. I don't stop anybody from joining, of course, because it's open to everybody, but it's for real life people like me, because I'm a heavy set girl, been a heavy set girl all my life, and I needed to find my tribe, and that's who those people are to me. Like these are people like me who have the same thoughts as me, because I feel like you don't always get comfort when you're trying to lose weight and you're bigger than what they would call the normal person. So you don't always get comfort in that area. So the Switch Up was a group of, it started off with just my family and a couple friends, and I was like, that wanted to do it with me. So I was like, okay, well, I'll start a group so that I can put all the information there. And it just catapulted from there, I guess.
So how long has that group been alive? How long has it been active?
And maybe a month, 2 months.
Okay. And do you know how many people are in that
It's
group?
about almost. We're approaching 300,
Okay.
at, and that's just within a month, and people inviting other people that they
Mhm.
are close to and that have said that they wanted to join that group.
So I like what you said about the group being for the average regular person, because
Hmm.
I've gone to gyms where there is this Jillian Michaels lookalike trying to tell me about how I need to stop eating carbs and
Yeah,
do, like this insane amount of sit-ups a day, which
yeah.
is great if that works for them, but it don't
Mhm.
work for Shalonda. I'm gonna tell you that right
It
now. And
works for some people.
it's very intimidating, and it doesn't make you
It
want to go
is.
back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
But
agree.
yeah, but being a part of your group, it's very supportive. And I like that it's like you said, it's just for regular people. Now, you could have easily, with the jump roping and with the group, you could have easily made this a personal or a private endeavor. Why did you decide to bring others along with you?
Um, Personal accountability is cool, but public accountability is much better.
Mhm.
Um, to be honest, I wouldn't hold myself accountable if I didn't have anybody watching me. And I needed someone to say, "Hey, Pink, I see you doing this.
Mhm.
Keep doing it." Because I've always been in this body. And so I didn't, and I'm going to be 100% real with you. I felt like I've never struggled with finding a mate or finding, that self esteem. Like, of
Mhm.
course, I struggle with self esteem, but like, it wasn't because I was heavy to me. And
Right.
so it didn't stop me from abusing my body. And when I publicly put it out there, it was like, okay, I see you doing this. Why did you stop? Why didn't you do it this day? You know what
Mhm.
I mean? Like it
Right.
made people notice what I was doing and made them check me, because normally in a normal conversation they wouldn't do that.
Mhm.
But if I'm out there and I'm doing it and I'm putting it up there and somebody sees it, like my brother Eric, he's very inappropriate on our sides, but but he will always say, he would ask me, what am I doing, and why am I not doing this?
Right.
And so that public accountability was what I needed at this
Okay.
time.
That's great.
And I could have kept it to myself, but I felt a pull to share it with somebody else too.
Mhm.
So I was telling my best friend the other day, it was definitely a God thing that I had nothing to do with,
Mhm.
because I would have kept it to myself. And
Right.
then my brother Byron, who initiated the challenge, he was like, I need to see it on video. I need to see proof.
Mhm.
I would never in a
Uh-huh.
million years record myself and put it anywhere.
Right.
Never in a million years. I'm not that person.
Mhm.
So, and so when I did that, I got encouragement. Like people were like, "Hey, go ahead, do it. I see you doing it. Come on, keep going. I know you can do it." And I was like, "I can really do this.
Yeah.
I can do this." And so I just, I just kept doing it, and people joined me, and that made me want to do it a little bit more.
Mhm. Well, speaking of encouragement, I'm looking at some of these comments that are coming in. Glinda Williams says, it's a great group. Someone told me about it and I joined, and I love the atmosphere and tribe created. She also says, I can't wait until we get together and take pics when we switch it up.
Yeah.
Christine Freeman says, Pinky, I'm so excited for you. You are such an inspirational person and so much fun. Keep it up, and I'm not surprised that your huge heart wants to help and inspire others. So look at you. I love this love. This is
I
great.
love them.
So while I was doing a little research for our conversation today, I found an article from Shape Magazine, and
Mhm.
there's a quote in there from a woman named Crystal Oram, who is a certified personal trainer and a diabetes coach. And she talked a little bit about online support groups. And she said that people often find solace and inspiration in accountability groups by having the chance to hear from others who are going through similar struggles or similar
Yeah.
things. And she said that she started her accountability group when she hosted her first Fit with Diabetes challenge. Almost 2,000 people with diabetes signed up to connect, share their programs, and keep each other accountable during the challenge. And then she also goes on to say that she expected to close the group when the challenge ended, but people loved it so much, she decided to keep it permanently, and it's still up and running. And there's now over 12,000
Wow.
people who are active. She says that not only does she encourage people to share their successes, she also encourages people to share their struggles. And sometimes members will share stories that literally bring her to tears. Does any
Mhm.
of that sound familiar to you? Have you had that experience?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Even like within myself,
Mhm,
like I've shared some things that I never would have shared with anyone because I didn't understand them myself.
mhm,
And like we would be engaging, I would get on live and I would just be talking and like all of a sudden it's like, hey, you need to talk about this because somebody else is dealing with it.
mhm,
And like I would say, for example, I talked about emotional eating the other day.
mhm,
I didn't understand the severity of the emotional eating and what I was doing. You and I don't think when you're in it, you understand what's happening.
mhm,
Cause like sometimes I'm not having a good day. And I know that if I go get this donut, I would feel just a little bit better. And it could be just all mental. It
right.
could be scientific where the endorphins are kicking in. It could be any of those things.
Mhm,
But when you don't understand it and you don't talk about it and you don't feel comfortable talking about it, you don't discover it.
mhm,
And then you end up stuck in this situation where if you would have just opened your mouth and said something, it could have changed. And
right.
I I hope that makes sense.
It makes perfect sense.
Okay.
That's awesome. Thank you for sharing that. Shirley Ross, who I think you might call mom, says that you are awesome. And we agree, Miss Shirley. She is very
I
awesome.
love her.
She might like you a little bit too.
I think just a little bit, just a little bit.
So how do you in the group, how do you celebrate non-scale victories?
Um, I we just talk about them. So the other day I put up that I could cross my legs.
Hmm.
Now, me and my best friend, we went back and forth a little while ago. It was like I think it was like 2017, and I tried to cross my leg, and I was like, "Oh, I want to cross my leg," and she held it up for me. And the other day, I was able to do it by myself, and so that's a celebration, and we celebrate
I'm proud of that.
everything.
Yes. Yes.
We literally celebrate everything. Like if I can bend over and tie my shoes without having to hold my breath, like that's a thing. That's a big deal. So it's we celebrate everything.
That's awesome. I love that because I think sometimes we can get into this thought process of if I don't see, 20 pounds deducted off the scale in a month, then I'm a failure. But you know what? Maybe you're doing 400 jumps or
Yeah.
300. Maybe you couldn't do that a month ago, or maybe now you're walking 2 miles instead of 1 mile. And that's something to be
Hmm.
proud of. So yeah, I love that. I love that you're doing that. That's wonderful.
Yeah,
Uh, Yes, and Miss Shirley says that she goes shopping to help
she
celebrate
does.
those non-scale victories.
She
Hey,
does.
I love it. Stay fly while you being your best self.
That's right.
Yes. So my next question is, how do you keep each other encouraged? But I think you answered that for me. Unless there's anything else you'd like to add to that.
I can say we talk about it, and it's not like we don't have to be scared. And sometimes we are afraid to say, "Hey, I had a moment. I need I needed to take a break.
Mhm.
And people call it weakness. I call it being human.
Mhm.
Like, we have to be human. And in this group, we're able to do that.
Mhm.
Like, we can say, hey, I messed up.
Yeah.
And we are just gonna say, okay, well, you messed up. Come on back. You
Yeah.
know? So
Yeah. I love that.
mm,
Methy Love says, I love this group. It's a judgment free zone, and there are members of all ages. Judgment free is really important for me at this time. Thanks, Pink.
aw.
So I love that. And I'm gonna have a transparent moment with you. I shared this with you the other day that
Mhm.
uh this year has been a difficult year for me, and I've been dealing with some depression.
Mhm.
But being a part of this group has really helped me get over the hump
Yeah.
because I'm a bike rider. I get out and I ride my bike, and there are days where all I want to do is sit on the couch. I don't feel like
Mhm.
getting out there. But I'll look at people in this group and see all the awesome things that they're doing, and it's like, well, I don't want to be left out. Let me get up and get on my bike so I can post something too and get some virtual
Yeah.
high fives. So you
Yeah.
are influencing not just, these people who are writing in, but you also are influencing me. So I really just love everything that you're doing. Mary Beth says that every little achievement is worth celebrating. It's all about baby steps to wellness in mind, body, and spirit. Keep at it because the world needs more people, encouragers like you.
Aw, thank you.
Yes. So have you formed new relationships with this endeavor? Are there people in your group who you don't necessarily know in real life that you've gotten to meet?
A lot of them. A lot of the people in the group, I never like had encounters with.
Mhm.
But I'll just say for Miss Mita, she is my mom's friend. And
Okay.
through this group, she's become one of my friends because we talk often. And a lot of people don't post in the group. They
Mhm.
post, they send me private messages, and which is perfectly fine with me. But I've learned to meet new people and encourage in different avenues.
Mhm.
Like, because I work in a school, and
Mhm.
so that's usually where that was the bulk of my encouragement: school, church.
Mhm.
But through this group, I'm able to talk to so many different people, and I don't have to be one on one or see them in person. And so I've met a lot of different people just through this group. So,
That's great. And I think you said your mom's friend is Mitha. I think I called her
mhm.
Methy. So sorry. Did not mean to mess up your name. Yes. Now in your group, would you say that do you have more women, more men? Is it a good mix?
It's more women, um, but there are men in the group. There aren't a lot, but there are a couple in there. They sneak in there every now and again and drop a post.
All right. I
So
love that.
yeah, it's definitely more women. Not intentional, but
Mhm.
definitely
Okay.
more women.
So where do you see the switch up going? Do you, because obviously it doesn't seem like there's an end date for this. It's not like a
Mhm.
challenge or something you're doing. So where do
Right.
you see this going in the future?
Honestly, I can't say because it's not. I had nothing to do with it. Like, I literally just followed instructions.
Mhm.
So I can't. I don't have an answer. I was actually thinking about that the other day. Like, what are we gonna do after this arm challenge? And then somebody sent me a message like, "Hey, we should probably work on the booty next." And I'm like, "Okay, we probably ain't gonna run out of places to work."
Yeah,
So I,
yeah.
I, I honestly cannot. Um, I can't make. I don't know.
Okay.
It's not me. It's definitely a God thing.
Mhm.
I'm just following instructions, and
Can you tell us a little bit more about the arm challenge?
absolutely. So the arm challenge is 30 days. It's a 12-minute video that I found on YouTube that I think would work for everybody. So it's a 3 to 5 pound weight. And then there's a 10-pound weight that you use to do one or two exercises. And it's just 30 days starting Wednesday. And we are just gonna go for it. And if you the good thing about this group is if you find that every day is too much,
Mm-hmm.
you don't have to do it every day.
Okay.
Because this is up to you. It's up to how you feel. We are going to encourage you to do it every day because that's just what we do.
Mm-hmm.
But
Okay.
it's
I love
30 days, 12 minutes a day. And I feel like 12 minutes is easy for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody can take 12 minutes out the day to do something for themselves. And
Right.
if you can't, we have other things that we need to talk about. You need 12, you can give yourself 12 minutes.
Right.
Give the rest of the world the rest of your day. So
Right. I
yeah,
love that. So Mary Beth has another question for you. She says, what is the average age of the women in your group, or is it pretty much all ages?
it is all ages. We don't discriminate. We I don't care. If my grandmother wanted to do it, I would put her in so fast. Like I don't care. That's not like that's not even I don't care.
Okay.
I don't care. I just want everybody to be well. And if this is going to help you be well, let's be well.
Okay. So, what would you say to someone who is just starting their fitness journey? Maybe they aren't a regular uh, active person. They went to the gym, but gyms can be really intimidating, but they want to work out. What would you say to
Mhm.
them?
Don't beat yourself up. Do what you can. Find things that work for you. YouTube is a great tool to have in your belt because you can just dance at home if you want to. The other day I did the bachata and I've never done a bachata before. So like there are so many things that you can do at home if you feel like the gym is not your place. If
Mhm.
you feel like home is not your place. Home is not the place that I like to work out. So I don't do it at home. I go to the gym. But don't beat yourself up.
Mhm.
That's the wrong mindset to have. If you want to do it. If it's hard, find somebody who you can talk to that will encourage you to do something to
Mhm.
help you. Or find somebody who will walk with you or talk you through it.
Mhm.
But I encourage people to not do it alone.
Right. I love that. So if there is someone who's watching this and they're like, this Pinky seems really cool. I love her energy. This group seems awesome. I want to be a part of this group. How can they find you?
You can follow me on Facebook if you want, or you can just look for the group, The Switch Up, and I will add you to the group.
I love that.
There are no special requirements. If you don't want to follow me as a person, okay. But if you want to be a part of the group, The Switch Up on Facebook is the place to be.
Yes. And you do quite a few live videos where you just encourage and give pep talks. And I think that's really great. It's
Thank
really great.
you.
Pinky, you're a delight. I could talk to you all day. You have such a sweet spirit that just radiates through these screens. And I'm giving you a virtual hug. So thank you so much.
Oh, I need a real life hug from you. I can wait until the pandemic is over. I really don't want to,
You're going to get it. You're going to get
but
it. So, yeah. So, yeah.
good. That's
Yes.
what I'm talking about.
Yes. So thank you so much for being here today. Thank you so much for
Thank
following
you.
instructions. Myra Lumpkin says that's my beautiful cousin. Yes, she is. And we're just so happy that you were able to join us today. So thank you. And to our audience,
Thank you.
go follow her on the Switch Up. It's awesome. You're not going to regret it. You're going to love it. It's really
It's
the
not
place to
over.
be. So thank you so much. We encourage you all to come back this Thursday when both myself and my co-host Brandon Quarter of Beats and Beers will be hosting virtual trivia. And Pinky, who is just a Jill of all trades, will be giving away some of her beautiful items as
I
some of the prizes,
will.
some winning prizes. You also have a business called uh, Brooch and Button.
I
And
do.
did I get it right? It's Brooch and Button, right?
You did.
Okay, I was
Yep.
like, is it button and brooch? I think I said it right. Okay,
No,
and
broken button. That's right.
yes, and I own some of your beautiful things, and they make me
Thank
look cute
you.
for when I leave the house. So yeah,
Because
so if
that's
you're
what it's all about.
there, you go. So if you are not signed up for trivia, which takes place this Thursday, August 26th at 7 p.m. Eastern. I encourage you to register at golm.org/trivia. And if
Gonna
you'd
be
like to
fun.
sign up, yes, it's going to be a ball. So if you'd like to sign up to join the Michigan Organ Donor Registry or to learn more about donation in general and what we do here at Gifts of Life Michigan, you can also learn all about that at our website at golm.org. So Pinky, viewers, just thank you all so much for joining me. Shirley Rawls is saying, show your shirt. Tell us
It's
about your
my
shirt before we
it's my
close out.
Love and Light shirt. It's from Brooch and Button. It's a part of our new T-shirt hat line. So it's Love and Light.
Yeah.
You can see the little light bulb over there. And you can get those online as well. Thank you.
Very cute. I love how Mama is like, you need to shout your stuff out. Good job, Mama. Don't let her
Listen,
forget.
they don't play, okay? Like they're the best Joe Jacksons in the world.
I love that. So, Pinky viewers, thank you so much for joining me today. And I hope the rest of your day is amazing. Thank you so much. And until we see each other again, take care.
Bye.